And Brother Richie, if I slack up because I got burned, then I'm not too Christ-like. Because how often did he get burned? I mean, everybody he had turned against him. I mean, his right-hand man, I'll die with you. What do you say? I don't know. I don't know who that is. So if I'm going to be Christ-like and I'm going to be a soul winner, I've got to get back to where I was, to doing what I was doing. Not worried about what happened, because the next one, what I've learned from it. I was telling, like I said, the things you learn the hard way. You remember, they taught me this morning to set a tent up for memorial service. I've never set a tent up before. I learned a lot today. I learned some stuff to do and some stuff not to do. But just like being a witness and winning souls, once I learn that, I'll apply it to the next time. I'm not going to quit what I was doing. I'm going to remember where I messed up, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to put myself back out there, because I've been back here. And I didn't realize that till I started doing a little study that I wasn't, Sister Melissa, I mean, I've still been up here. I've still been up here preaching. I've been up here singing and playing, whatever. But I ain't been out here. I've got a great commission myself. I've got something God has called me to do. I have a purpose that He's placed on me. And just like Mother's song, I've got too much to gain to lose. I've come too far. You know, it's one thing to get stalled out. I was raised up where we had gumbo mud. We figured out how to get out of being stalled out. And it works the same way in spiritual life too. I'm so thankful that God has seen fit to place me where He's placed me. And some of the church services we've had, I can remember, what would we do right now if the fire went off? We'd dismiss service, what would we do? We'd pull our cell phones out, turn our flashlights on, so we'd get out of here. I can remember at Jody Church years ago, having a revival, the fire went off. We opened they had like storefront doors, opened them up, and the evangelist had I think it was like a fire chief car, and he pulled his car up onto the sidewalk and turned on the spotlights. And we kept having church. Matter of fact, Brother Charles' baby brother got the Holy Ghost that night with the fire chief's car shining the lights in the church. We didn't have no electric guitar. We didn't have no amplifier. We didn't have no microphones. We had a piano. And I'm sure Sister Brenda was playing it, and the singing never stopped. Because see, what you might not know about Sister Brenda, at one time, she thought she was going blind. And you know what she did? She quit playing. No, she didn't. She started practicing with her eyes closed. You know why? Because God had placed a purpose in her life.
That's right.
There's a reason for her being here today. And how many of us would just give up? She didn't have it in her. Because she was raised in a time before me, but she had the same kind of raising.
Yes.
I've invested too much, Sister Martha, to turn around, to stop, to pause. Mama Pulley, you say, I've lived for God 700 years. Never found a place to turn around. I couldn't say that. Because the devil likes us. He likes, you know, when you go in the mountains and you're coming down the mountain and they'll put that little thing over here with the sand and everything in case your brakes quit so you can pull off and get stopped. The devil likes to place, he likes to have you some big wide spots to pull off and stop. We have to sit there and think about it while you're stopped. So I've seen those places. But you don't go to the jungle to train a lion. And I had one more scripture. Luke 14th chapter, the 23rd verse. It says, the Lord said unto the servant, go out to the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. It's time that we get out in the highways and hedges, and don't stay there with them, bring them here. Because there's strength in numbers. If we can get them here, we can win souls. It's a lot easier to tell folks the goodness of God when they can see the goodness of God. And we can live it the best of our ability. We can't go to where they're at to bring them here. There's a lot of stories of going to church I could share that's we rode to Louisiana camp meeting in the back end of a truck with a folding chair. We didn't have a camper. We rode across that bottom when that old car had quit, because we drove it through the water. And Daddy had this old 52 International pickup. Of course, Mother and Daddy and Janet Lordone would get to ride the cow. Well, then we'd go pick up my mom and Papa. I don't know how they got everybody in a Cadillac truck. I know where me and Mark wound up being. In the wintertime, you get your blanket and cover up and you go on. I was at the church time. I'm so, at that time I thought, well, these folks are crazy. But I'm so glad they instilled something in me that makes me want to be here. Not that I have to be here, but I have to be here. I don't have to come, but I have to come. If that makes sense. Because God has placed something in me that I can't get away from. And I hope I never do, until He's ready to call me to meet Him. But let's be soul winners. Let's be wise. It ain't about how many people we put. When He said His house will be filled, I don't think He's too concerned over the number that we have, but the fact that we have new ones come in, even though I tried to run them off Sunday. My wife tells me everybody don't appreciate my humor, and I found one Sunday that didn't. To let you know what happened, I was putting my coffee cup in my van before church time, and as a vehicle come up that I thought was Brother Salmon's at the Paulette, same color, and I had my back to the car when they pulled up and rolled the window down. Could I get some information? I said no. And when I turned around, it was not Brother Sam. And they were looking for a Presbyterian church, and wound up, there's a Pentecostal church they're looking for, and it was this church that's looking for it. So I told them, I said, well, thank you for overlooking our first impression. But if we're going to win souls, that wasn't real wise. But they stayed. So, maybe my silliness will pay off in the end somewhere. Anyway, that's all I've got tonight. And I told Brother Charles when he left me in charge, I said, I'm just going to dismiss Wednesday night. He said, well, you're in charge. So. The weather's so pretty today, I said, well, I can't use that as an excuse. I guess we're just going to have church. Let's all stand. Do we have anything that needs to be talked about, or any announcements? I know we got